Welcome to the RailBlox Studios podcast. Hello everybody and welcome to the RailBlox Studios podcast with me, your head of Publicity, City. I am excited to be here today, and in this episode of the RailBlox Studios podcast we will be talking about RailBlox's assets at the time of recording, which is the 3rd of September 2022. Just a note before we start this episode that in this episode we are adding on assets and different things to the RailBlox brand every day. Well, not every day, but we are working on new things every day for RailBlox. So just a quick note that even by the time this podcast releases, things could become out of date really quickly. But I just wanted to record it now just in case I forgot later on. Because that is the kind of thing I feel like I would do. So I just want to put a quick warning that every day things will be getting more and more out of date. Yeah. So I will start off with some of the lesser known things. We are planning a RailBlox magazine to do, so we can keep everyone up with the news, where we have discussed the digital version being free and then a possible print version, something that we've been very divided on about, because a print version for a small publication and then sending that out to people's houses, that's not something that many games would do, so it would be we thought it might be a bit pointless, but we put our poll anyway, and surprisingly 8 people said yes, and 6 people said no. I personally think no, but if you think yes, then that's you. If you want to buy a print version of the magazine, then all good. We haven't published any issues of the magazine yet, but we hope to do that in the near future. And join our Discord server if you want updates on that. If you are over 13, that's another one of our assets actually, the Discord server. The Discord server is one of our assets that not many people would think of as an asset, but it is owned by RailBlox, so it is an asset. So that is actually an asset. As with all of our social media, so we have YouTube obviously, which some of you might be seeing this on now, because this will be the first RailBlox podcast episode to be uploaded to our YouTube channel, instead of just on traditional podcasting platforms. We also have Instagram, we have Twitter, and we have a variety of social media, which does count as RailBlox assets. Next up, we have one experience out so far, which is a row scale game, which is a game for RailBlox that was created in row scale. Currently it is just a little loop thing around, with just a little end class on it. But we do plan to expand on that, and it's sort of like a fun little side project that we're not going to put too much effort into. We're obviously going to put effort into it to make it good, but our main focus will always be the main RailBlox game, which should hopefully be coming soon enough. So that is our current experience. We are also working on other new experiences, like as I am recording this, we are currently creating a new experience, which we hope to release more information on very soon, and we hope you will enjoy that. We also plan to create wallpapers, which currently in the RailBlox wallpaper channel on our, we haven't got any yet, but in our RailBlox Wallpapers channel on the RailBlox Discord server, currently all we have are 2 AFL wallpapers, which is a Carlton wallpaper, and a Hawthorne wallpaper. Yeah. So, we do also plan to do wallpapers soon. We don't exactly know when, but we do plan to do that soon. We do have sneak peeks, so we hope to show you everything that's happening on sneak peeks and help with these sneak peeks bring you up to date with everything that's happening in the world of RailBlox. With a bunch of things out of all experiences, not just a singular experience, but like every experience. We have partner servers. We currently have 4 at the time of recording, which is Rohan Train Vlogs partner server, even Transport Vlogs server, the Sea Gunzels community server, which is my server, and then the SCR 1.3 Discord server, which those are our 4 partner servers at the time of recording, and we hope to expand on that. But please only join Discord servers if you are over the age to join, which is 13 in Australia specifically. So yeah, that is kind of it. We do also have a Facebook page, which I did kind of forget about, and we've also recently introduced a subreddit as well, which should also be good. And the subreddit at the moment is kind of dead, so we hope that you guys, the RailBlox community, can make that more active and more alive and more less dead. Another asset is this podcast right here. It is owned by RailBlox technically, so yep, it is pretty much an asset, so that's that. Speaking of the podcast, the next episode's coming up on this podcast after episode 3, which is this one, is the Link Metro Fleet, which is hosted by AC Adventures on the 30th of September, and then an episode dedicated to the Roescale Test Track, which is hosted by, his name on Discord is Keith from Amy, but it's just a joke name. He isn't actually Keith, and I don't believe he works at Amy. Yeah. And this episode, as I said before, this is the first RailBlox podcast episode to be uploaded onto YouTube instead of just on Anchor and Spotify. The Link Metro Fleet episode will be uploaded onto Anchor and Spotify only, and the Roescale Test Track episode will be uploaded onto Anchor, Spotify, and YouTube. Yeah, and we hope to give you more updates, and we also hope to give you live episodes of the podcast as well. That is something that we have been discussing, and we hope to do soon. And the experience that we are currently working on may have something to do with that, and it may come in handy for what we plan to do with the live podcast thing. It might actually come in handy for that, and you'll see what I mean when we release more information on that. I don't know when, but when we do release more information on that, you might see where I was going with that. So yeah, we also have several companies in the game that would count as assets under RailBlox, which is Link Metro, Link Regional, RailBlox itself. Well, I guess that's the brand name, not an asset. So Link Metro, Link Regional, which are our 2 operators. And then we also have Hungry Rohan's, which is Hungry Jack's, it's a restaurant. And then Polymart. So those are what we're currently working on. So yeah, that is about it for this episode. I hope you did enjoy me talking about our assets that we have here at RailBlox, and I hope you come and check out all of these assets, because all of these assets are really cool and we're expanding on them every day, and we hope to release more information about them as well when we release them. And yeah, so we would like to thank you here at RailBlox for listening to this podcast. Once again, the next episode of this podcast is on September 30th, hosted by AC Adventures about the Link Metro fleet, followed by Keith from Amy's episode on the row scale test track. So I would like to thank you for listening to the podcast, and I hope you did enjoy. If you did, please make sure to join all of our social medias. Follow us on all of our social medias, which were mentioned in this video: Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. So we hope that you did enjoy this episode, and we hope to continue making this podcast into the future, and we hope that RailBlox becomes a really good game. Thank you for listening to the RailBlox Podcast, and bye for now.